Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakradash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, this is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth, and Lord willing, it can be edifying. All right, and I was watching this video right here from River TV, which the elder Apostle Tahar put me on this channel about a year or two ago. But this was an interesting video. You know, if you know who this lady is, I think her name is Felicia Rashad. All right. And the video is titled Felicia Rashad Makes Women Furious After Calling Them Out, and she agrees with Sherry Shepherd. And the sentiment of this conversation was, she was saying how on these college campuses, which deals with, you know, we have to assume that she's talking about Jake women, more particularly the so-called black women. All right. But she was speaking about on these college campuses, you know, and how, you know, these women don't be wearing any clothes, but, you know, you can make that, you can adjust that to all of Babylon, right? Because all of these women go out, you know, scantily clad, and won't be reproved, you know, even if they got men. You know, there's all type of TikToks, videos out there, like, you know, if a man didn't like what his woman was wearing, you know, he tells her to change it. She's like, oh, you're not the boss of me. And this, and, you know, really it's because they want to still be seen by other men. They're wanton. And the scriptures say that they're wanton. But I want to play a portion of this clip right here. All right, because they're, you know, these are two women that are actually getting on, you know, and, you know, we're not going to say these are, you know, Israelite sisters or anything like that. All right, but they're definitely more modest. You know, one with the older Israelite woman, you know, and the scriptures speak about, you know, the older women, you know, are to instruct the younger women. But see, most of these older women, all right, they're still in the spirit of being whores and sluts too, man. All right, that, you know, you be seeing the thick granny and shit like that. All right, it's all folly, and then you still got niggas that'll be like, oh, I crack, I hit that, you know, because men are so sexually deprived in this society. All right, but nonetheless, you know, she's giving advice to the younger women, and these women still won't be reproved. They won't even be reproved by other women, so they definitely won't be reproved by men. And that's why when Yahweh Shah come through with that spiritual lawnmower, all right, they're gonna get fucked up, man. They're gonna be trodden down as the mire of the street because they won't be reproved. All right, it ain't that we hate women, or you can't say, hey, do these women hate women by telling them they need to put some fucking clothes on? No, that's love. Okay? When you go out on, when you go out on your day-to-day, especially at night, if you know, amongst the, the nightlife and shit, all right, it's hard to distinguish who's a damn streetwalker, all right, who's a harlot, and who's just, you know, which they're all harlots. But I'm talking about who's actually on the street corner selling it versus who, you know, they're just out there trying to have a good time, man. When the scriptures say they're supposed to be put up anyway. All right, those lines have been greatly blurred, and these women don't even know, you know, these sheer these women be wearing, they ass out. And once again, I'm gonna play the video. The video is actually, you know, funny. All right, you know, they be wearing these short ass little mini skirts, and they ass be hanging out. This is what she's gonna speak on. You know, you putting your ass on just everything. You know, when you sit down, you like, come on now. When the scriptures speak about women adorning themselves in modest apparel, and we're going to grab that. All right, but they won't be reproved. And that's why, hey, when the Lord started judging these women by the thousands and by the millions, we're going to understand. You know, it's not that we hate women. We hate women that are out of order. And that's majority of the women. So if the shoe fits, then fucking wear it. But if it don't apply, let it fly. All right. If it don't apply, let it fly. Because we do believe, all right, the Lord is a balanced power. There are women out here that are even young, you know, and you know, they parents, the Lord had to spit on their parents to keep them, you know, and shelter them, so to speak. All right, but just like how, you know, everybody ain't in the nigga culture, you know, hey, everybody ain't into, all these women ain't into being whores and sluts, man. You got some women out there that, you know, are more virtuous. All right, we ain't gonna say, you know, that they just all righteous and stuff like that. No, but, you know, Hey, the Lord got something put up. This chick, this River TV chick, I don't know if she's married or not. Not my business, but she's fair, and she be giving advice to these women, and she doesn't do it in a way that's degrading. She doesn't do it in a way that's, because she's feminine. So there are women like that out there, but see, there's way more influence and pressure on these women to be whores and sluts. And that was something that was orchestrated by Esau. Esau gave their ass that liberty. And these women destroy themselves by overmuch liberty. All right, but without further ado, I'm going to play a little bit of this video.
It's like a panty. Okay? And you sitting down, like I said, on benches, on restaurant chairs, on whatever, with your bare booty cheeks.
Yep.
On the seat.
This is for the people who go out in public with their butt out. We are talking about you.
And she ain't talking about people. She's saying people, but it's women. But see, here it is. Women can't even direct the shit, directly confront women, all right, because women got so much shit to say. And y'all doing this for the validation of men. Well, when you wear clothes like that or not wear clothes at all, who are you doing that for? Ultimately, you're doing that to get male sexual attention. Even though a lot of these women are, they swing both ways. All right, they're doing that shit for male validation, man. Because in their mind, their body is what's validated. But nothing of value is easily accessible. And these women gonna learn to put on clothes, man, when society breaks down and these men, all right, don't care about no police getting called, because there will be no 911. There will be no police getting called. All right, so those grapes are gonna be going up, man.
About. I'm not talking about just no regular old short shorts. These shorts are intentionally made to show your butt cheeks. It's like a V-cut in the back, almost like you're wearing a swimsuit bottom, but shorts. Y'all know that scene in Friday when Craig's mama was walking to her car and she saw Miss Parker across the street watering her grass in them little bitty shorts, and she talking about, well, look at her. That be me. Whoever I'm with, I'm tapping on them. Look at her. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it that people actually wear that in public spaces with other people around, with kids around. I'm not saying that you stink, but the look is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, giving stank.
We tired. Okay, I join in with these women by saying we are tired. Again,
so these women are getting tired of you women, man. These women are getting tired of y'all women making most women look bad. All right, by showing everything out to the world, everything that you have to offer, you're showing it. Hey, there's all type of scriptures that go into these beautiful women and stuff, and it wasn't because they ass and titties were poking out, man. The Lord knew what He was doing when He made women, but He made them to be put up. He made them, and there's nothing wrong with showing your body to your man. There's nothing wrong with dressing sexy for your man. There's nothing wrong with twerking for your man. But you tell these women that, nah, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. And that's why a lot of these men are just opting out of dating. That's why these men don't even want to deal with these women on a regular basis like that no more. All right, they either getting a passport and getting on a plane, or they just they dealing with the streetwalkers and the P's, man. Because if when you take that woman out and shit, she requiring all this, you might as well just go to the source, because that's what men want at the end of the day anyway. All right, and if a man say he don't, then he probably a fucking mo, okay? But even these women are tired of these women. So let's get what the scriptures speak on. All right, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. All right, we got the internet. Look that shit up if you don't know what modest apparel means. All right, because it's definitely not being showcased now. It says, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Okay? That's what these women wear. They wear the dresses. I mean, hell, some of them look good. Hell, and as a man, all right, the Lord created us to be attracted to that. So here it is. They showing everything for the world, or even in these gyms, they showing everything, and then they'll get mad because you taking a look, man. What the fuck are we supposed to do? All right, these women are very fickle and foolish. All right, but it's going to revert back when society breaks down and they realize that they don't have a protection and they start getting snatched up by the hundreds and by the thousands. Then these women going to want to gird themselves with sackcloth. All right, we're not even commanded to be all flashy and shit. So why do these women think they can be all flashy, especially in these times? And they trust in that shit, and they boast themselves in it, man. You see how proud the damn nigga woman be? Just imagine if she had her fucking hair. How proud these women would be, man. How out of order these women would be. All right, but that correction is coming. But they've been commanded to adorn themselves in modest apparel, man. And you ain't supposed to be out all drunk in public. These women be like fucking pirates, man. They won't cover their shame. And here it is, these women, like going back to what these what River was speaking on, you going out all everywhere, you got your booty cheeks hanging out. You got it all hanging out. And you sitting everywhere, you don't know who was sitting there before you, all type of shit. And then on top of that, you get some liquor in you. All right, these women they won't cover their shame, man. The scripture speak on that. We'll finish off with that. Let's see. Yep, here it is. This is Sirach chapter 26, verse 8. A drunken woman and a gatherer bride. All right, that's most of these women, man. All right, once they become of age, 17, 18, 19, and they can lead a house and they can drink and all that shit. All right, that's what they do. They're drunken and they're gatherers abroad. It says, cause of great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. They won't cover their own shame, man. They'll be all in the public, especially, man, and if you with them, y'all supposed to be having a good time. All right, she embarrassing you. She showing all your goods to the world, man, for other men to see and lust after her, man. That shit is off. And now even the women are getting tired of you damn bitches, man. So what does that mean? Something about the shape. Something's about the shape, man. But I just want to share this through the Spirit. Lord willing, is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.